Hello, everybody. We're back again. Sportstake. This is our 61st episode. And right on the top, I want to thank our sponsor and I want to give a shout out. And sponsor, tell them about A Rocket, please.
Good evening, everybody. You should know by now that the prime sponsor of this uh, real good and fun show that we have here is A Rocket Moving and Storage, established in 1959 by Herbert and Arlene Sam. It is a family-run moving and storage business, now second generation, run by DeAndre Sam. It is a full-service moving business, and we can do commercial, residential, intrastate, office, and residential at any point in time. So give us a call, 713-748-6024. Also, come by 3401 Quarter Street and visit with us and take a tour of our 62,000 square foot warehouse, climate control. And as we vault up all your household items and commercial items and provide first class service throughout the city and throughout the country on some occasions. So give us a call, come by and see us, ask for DeAndre Sam or Philip Green, 713-748-6024. A Rocket Moving and Storage, your full service mover.
Thank you, Brother Phil. We're gonna go right into it, into the basketball. Did anybody watch the All-Star game? What did you all think of the All-Star game? Gil, what you thought of it? Did you see
I,
it?
I attempted to watch it. I mean, I like at least a little bit more competitive. I saw one or two guys actually playing defense. Somebody going to the hole. Yeah. So I think that they didn't. The NBA really didn't want the world to beat them, and that was apparent. Although the world team was very, very competitive. All in all, I guess you could call it entertaining. It was better than a regular NBA game because those are horrific today. I can't watch it. Go ahead.
Daryl, DG, what you think?
I I agree with Gil, which I don't do very often, but I did watch some of it. As a competitor, we always say we're unbiased and we don't care who wins, but once you start watching, sooner or later you're gonna start pulling for one side or the other. And of course, the natural bias was for the NBA over the world. Although I think the world had a very good team, and if Kawhi hadn't just started going crazy out of his mind, we would not have won. So, but I enjoyed it, and I also agree that the NBA has to do something. The regular All-Star format was absolutely dead. Everybody, if they showed, because a lot of guys would say, I'm not even going, but the ones who did, it was all offense, no defense. Okay, let's throw a few alley oops and wild a crowd. But people like us who like the game, it was boring. We enjoyed the 3-point shot and the skills challenge more than we did the actual game. But all in all, it was basketball, it was sports, so we're gonna watch.
Understood. Uh, I got a question. If you was gonna pick the top five, let me give you my top five of all time. Now, this is of course measured by era they played in and all that kind of stuff. But I would have to say Steph Curry is my point guard. Of course, Jordan is my big guard. Larry Bird would be my small forward. Elijah One would be my power forward. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar would be my center. Let me hear y'all top five.
I go next. My Mount Rushmore plus one would be Kareem, Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Bill Russell, and LeBron James. That's my Mount Rushmore plus one.
Gil, you're shaking your head. What's yours?
I'm going Magic at 6'9" at the point. I'm going MJ 6'6" at the off guard, 2 guard, do whatever you want to do. At the 3, I'm going with Larry Bird, number 33. At the center, at the power forward, I'm with the Dream Shake. And at the center, the only person that ever developed an unstoppable shot in the NBA and never be repeated, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And we ain't losing to nobody.
That's what I say.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta have Steph Curry on there. He's unmatched point guard, shooting ability. Of course, they wouldn't have won the Olympics without him. Phil, you want to jump in?
I can't argue with you, but I'm going 6'9" with the Magic, man.
Okay.
Well, I'm just going to go with my favorite players and who I think would be pretty hard to beat, and that would be Dr. J, Magic, Elijah Warren, Will Chamberlain, and Michael Jordan.
Understood. All of them are competitive. All of them are great. You can't say one would be so much better than the other, but I do say Akeem got to be on everybody's team somewhere. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all been watching the Rockets?
I'm an Akeem fan.
Go ahead, Darrly. What?
I'm an Akeem fan, but he's not on my top 5. And I mean, when you said the Mount Rushmore, I didn't do it as a starting 5. I just did it as my top 5 players. And so I went with the norm. I went with MJ and LeBron just because of longevity.
See, I wouldn't put LeBron on there. That's my difference.
And the status. Well, and I understand, but I'm saying if you think about Mount Rushmore and what it represents, I don't believe that LeBron belongs up there. But I'm just saying he is the top. When they talk about topic, it's Jordan. Shut up, Gil. It's out of Jordan. But then I had to decide between Kareem and Bill. And I went with Bill only because of 11 championships, although I totally agree with Gil about the unstoppable. But the two that are undisputable, I don't even negotiate with, are Magic and Bird. Because when Gil was in the 7th grade, he had to wait till the news went off to watch the NBA Finals. It wasn't until Magic and Bird came in and the league started to turn that it actually became a primetime game. So they changed the league. And none of us would be doing this if it wasn't for those two. So those
Some
two,
say
the league changed when
the ABA came in. They gave that argument also. If you watch Soul Power, they can say, hey, the league changed and came to another level when the ABA came in and merged. You know, bringing in Dr. J, George Gervin, George McGinnis, Dan Hissel, and a lot of those players. So there's arguments on both parts. But everybody got a strong top 5. I just make the point about Akeem, and I think that's but everybody has a good starting 5, and you know you can go from there.
I thought General was going to say Coach Malone was going to be his off guard.
Guys, have y'all been watching the Rockets? What's going on? Sister All-Star break, they're 3-1, but they should have won that game against New York. They was up by 18 at the beginning of the 4th quarter, and they lost it. That is the problem that they have. They cannot hold on against a strong team, seems like. Jeff, what you say?
Problem with the Rockets is when it comes down to crunch time, who should get the ball? Quite naturally, Kevin Durant feel like he should get the ball. He feel like he's the most accomplished player on the team, and he is the most accomplished player on the team. So with that being said, he feel like he should get the ball. But Şengün, the African Şengün, I think he feel like he should get the ball. So at one point, there was a tug of war as to who feel like they should get the ball for the last shot. And then the early part of the season, they were really having some problems with that. And they lost a lot of close games because Şengün wanted the ball, Durant wanted the ball, and there were some issues with that. Then they started working it out. And then they've had some more issues again with it. Who get the last shot? And because of that, it causes them to have some problems with their cohesion. And then they have guys who are playing out of position. They really don't have a true point guard on the team. And as a result, also, they don't have a true two guard on the team. They just got 5 guys out there playing. Seriously.
Let me comment on it. What you see is they do not have the cohesion. Because what happens is Durant is out there, he's trying to make plays when really he should be the result of some type of interaction that the other guards have done and created an opening and throw it to him and he shoots. He shouldn't be trying to create all the plays himself because he's a stop and pop or, you know, take the ball, maybe 5 dribbles and shoot, but he's trying to be a playmaker out there. That's not his role. I mean, it causes problems, in my opinion. But if you had Fred VanVleet, and Amen Thompson, you have enough ball chemistry, I think, that could create the openings that are needed. If you look at them, they are clogged up too much. They don't, spacing is not good. It's not good, and it causes problems, and teams are able to capitalize on that. Anybody else want to comment on that?
I'm just going to make a general comment if I can, and I don't want Darryl General to agree with me anymore. But they have no offense whatsoever in the NBA right now. I mean, there's no point guard. There's no, everybody's shooting 3-pointers. I mean, it's like 5 guys around the perimeter. It's jump shot after 3-point shot, and it's like, what do they call a play, or is somebody just shooting? It's hard to watch, man, because I know we played in a different era where you just said, go to the hole, Durant, I'm going to find you. You're going to be open. I'm going to dish it to you. I'm coming to the hole, and I'm looking for the big man. I haven't seen a turnaround jumper and a big man, sky hook, jump hook, nothing the whole year. So that's my commentary. Darryl General, do not agree with me. Thank you.
I don't agree with you, but I think what you said was right. But they not only do the Rockets, but almost every team needs a floor general, and that floor general historically has been the point guard, and that's what the Rockets are missing. We don't get into who should have the last shot, Durant or Sengun. If you have a capable point guard who's coming down, who's running plays, and is counted on to make the best pass to the best person in the best position, then there's no argument, because I gave it to you where you could score. I gave it to him because he was in a better position to score. Then you're not arguing about who's supposed to take that shot. The Rockets need a point guard. I don't care if it's that little guy from Wheatley in '83.
Oh,
they need
man.
somebody to run that offense.
Allen Level. They need Allen Level back.
I was going to go back further than that, Darryl. I was going to say they need a point guard like Philip Green.
Yeah.
His ex-coach, Kenneth Brigham, says Philip Green was the best player he ever coached.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Philip was a
being a
baller.
heady player. That's what being a heady
Philip was
player.
an absolute baller.
And ask him if he's going to go to the hole and dish. Just ask him.
For sure.
Well, Jeff,
sure.
are there any possibilities for buyout? And who do you think are the surprise and the disappointing teams?
Oh, man, the disappointing team right now. The surprise team is San Antonio, sitting at 43-16. You do understand that the San Antonio Spurs only a game and a half behind OKC. A game and a half. At one point, OKC was running away with things. But San Antonio won 11 straight games. So San Antonio got it going on. They got a young team. They got it going on. They got a bright. Their future is so bright. You would need sunglasses, 3 or 4 pair of sunglasses. And then my most disappointing team is Chicago. Chicago done lost 11 straight. So San Antonio done won 11 straight. Chicago done lost 11 straight. And Milwaukee, they're disappointing, but Milwaukee's been playing better lately. Milwaukee's won 8 of the last 10, but they still in the 11th seed down in the Eastern Conference. But
I think they'll get up there. They'll get about 8, and
they got a chance. Yeah, they got a chance. They're only about 3.5 games out of the 8th spot.
Yeah.
Right.
So who do you think is the MVP right now?
Wow. Am I going first or somebody? Darryl, you want to go
first?
You
go first.
Okay.
You got
wow.
You go first.
Okay. All right. I gotta go with Wemby, man. I mean, because San Antonio is a big surprise, man. I mean, Wemby's in his 3rd season. That's a young team, and they are the 2nd seed in the West, 1.5 games out of OKC, and they've already behind OKC, and they've already beaten OKC twice this year, if not 3 times. And Wemby's averaging 24 points, 11 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 3 assists. So I got to go with Wemby. But Jokic is doing well too, but he's missed too many games, in my opinion. Jaylen Brown from Boston.
That's who I got. Jaylen Brown from Boston. Because nobody expected them to be up there without Jason Tatum.
Exactly.
I did.
Jaylen Brown from Boston with a 2nd as Cade Cunningham.
Wow. Over Wemby? You going to take
Yes.
Wow.
Because Wemby got so much other talent that people not giving credit to. Castle, Chalamet, all those other guys, those young guys are playing ball. It's not just Wemby. That's what San Antonio is. So we'll see.
That's why
Laquan
I
is joining
disagree
us, Jeff.
with Jeff about them being a surprise. San Antonio is not a surprise. Wemby came in as the heir apparent, and he has done exactly what everybody thought he was going to do. He's shooting threes. He's taking to the hole. This guy is standing at the three-point line, taking one step and dunking on people.
And he's scaring everybody with block shots.
Hold on, Darryl.
Doing that.
San Antonio won 11 straight games, and you telling me you're not surprised at all?
No, I expected San Antonio to do what they're doing because he's supposed to have been unstoppable. Now, the surprise team for me is Detroit. Nobody expected the Detroit to be leading the Eastern Conference. I don't know what the odds were to begin the season, but
kind of saw that. I saw it last year when they was in the playoffs. They just needed more time to gel.
So you thought they'd have the best record in the NBA
I thought they had a chance to be the best in the East.
Okay, but they have the best record in the NBA.
Yes, I agree.
So not just in the East, they are the best team right now. I think last time I looked, I think they were like one game ahead of OKC or whatever.
OKC is a half a game up on them. OKC is a half a game better.
Okay, and that's only because OKC played and Detroit did.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know anybody who saw Detroit being the number one team in the NBA.
I would like to introduce and throw the mic to Laquan. Laquan, what do you say about the NBA?
Laquan Stallworth. Welcome, Laquan.
Hey, how is everyone doing?
Oh, we're doing just great. It's great to see you, Laquan. It's been a long time since you've been on our show.
I know. I actually just got back from Thailand, so I kind of been gone for a little minute. So,
can you, Laquan, just give us a brief background on who you are? Because some people don't know who you are.
I'm just a little girl from a little old country girl from Silsbee. That's all I am, from Silsbee, Texas.
Silsbee, Texas. Okay, we're gonna win tonight between Silsbee and JY.
You know what? To be honest, I mean, of course, I want Silver to win. They're young, and so they're kind of, not. This is not like the strongest team we done had, like in the past. So,
they eliminated Yanks in the playoffs before, though.
Yeah, so this is not like a strong team we done had in the past. So, they just scrappy. So hopefully they can get through it. But Yates got a little something. So I don't know. It's gonna be a good game.
The last score I got was JY 21 to Silby 16 in the second quarter, early second quarter. That was about 10 minutes ago. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Laquan, real quick, give us your take on what's going on with the WNBA.
Every time you look up, it's with the WNBA, most of the time is more of the players fussing about the pay and things like that, want to get paid, thinking they can get paid the same as men, but you got to be in reality. The WNBA always have had a loss. The league has always had a loss. And so in order to come back from that, even though they're getting things such as contracts, big contracts, TV contracts longer and kind of bigger, but you got to think about it, they still have a loss from the time they've been in business to now. They have always had a loss generated and not a surplus. So that means they're in debt to the NBA for years. So I will say it's a time and place where you got to think strategic to ask about, to want to be able to ask for that type of money, so it just, let the league kind of still grow. They're trying to add more teams. And then you got to understand that their fans don't stay there long like like the NBA fans. You have NBA fans that's been there since ages and ages and years. WNBA fans can get bored and not watch the WNBA the whole entire year or something like that. And they're playing the way that they set up the market. They really trying to market really one person for the whole entire league. How is you going to want to get so much marketing one person, which you should be marketing the teams as a whole brand in order to gain more. In which I think their marketing strategy sucks. So whoever's over that in the league, I don't know. I don't think they know what they're doing as far as the marketing process, because they should be farther ahead along than what they are now.
Okay. One last question on the WNBA, and then we'll move back on the call. Do you think that there will be a 2026 WNBA season, in your opinion?
I think it is. I mean, because you got a choice. Either what you're gonna do, play, or a player's gonna go overseas. But most of the players that don't want to go overseas or want to just be here, they don't really want to travel or go that far overseas. So I think it's gonna be that, because I mean they're looking out for more players that's coming out this year. So yeah, it should be.
So you think the ladies are gonna concede?
Huh? Yeah.
You think the ladies are gonna concede?
Yeah, I think they are. I mean, because you think about it, I mean, they got a choice. Who if you don't want to go overseas, who can afford to live? Who can afford to live? Because it ain't like you making money like a regular job.
Okay. All right, Carl. Thank you.
It did go up in salary with the proposal to about $350, I believe. So well over what they were making, but doesn't seem like that is appeasing some of the top players. So it still may be a problem, but we'll see if they concede and what's going to happen, because not too far before the season is supposed to start. Talking about that, Phil, March Madness is about to come up, and who are some of the top teams that are playing out there that we can look for March Madness? And at the end of the day, will the Cougars be in the final 8 as they have been maybe the last 3 years?
Well, first, you might want to tout that great freshman class that's in the NCAAs this year. There's at least 10 to 12 freshmen who could come out and get drafted, and all of them could possibly be close to lottery, if not early first round. So just saw Michigan and Duke the other night, and that was a pretty big game. Yeah, U of H is still in the thick of it. They can get hot. I mean, they're capable because it's parity in college, but they have to figure out some things just like the Rockets. They got a point guard, but they still don't do spacing. They still don't share the ball good enough. And then when they miss shots, they don't rebound, and they're not ferocious on defense as they used to be. But, of course, Duke is surprising everybody. I didn't think they'd be this good. And Michigan, like I said, they're still tough. You got Arizona. The Big 12 in general is a brutal conference. The Southeast Conference is always tough. And the other night I saw something I thought I'd never seen before. Rick Pitino's team missed 24 shots in a row and lost to UConn. UConn is still a team that I wouldn't rule out. If I had to bet money, I would definitely feel comfortable betting on UConn, because they play a different type of ball from a lot of teams.
Powerful. Anybody else got a college roundup or outlook?
Mine is very similar to Phil's, very, very similar. So we go to somebody else's, because mine is very similar to Phil's.
All right. What about college women? Laquan, what do you think about Artie Crooks? Isn't her name Artie Crooks? The big girl from Iowa? Iowa State.
Iowa State.
She done ran out of gas.
Is that what happened?
And that was a classic statement. Because she got a big tank, I know that.
So she's basically out of shape and can't maintain.
I was going to ask you, Laquan. I was going to ask you, what do you think her prospects for playing in the WNBA? What do you think? How good? What do you think her ceiling would be?
You know what? I just think at this moment they didn't figure her out. They didn't figure out how she played now. Because at first it was in the first beginning of it, nobody could figure out, and then it's just like nobody watched the scouting report, and it was just like, how do you stop her? She was like really chewing them up, spitting them out. But once they learned how to defend her, she just went out of gas. That monkey got on that back, and she just stopped.
Literally.
She had to carry the gorilla the rest of the way.
Hold on. This is 2 weeks, but I have to give the young lady credit. She put up some numbers, man.
Yeah,
She did.
She
has another year, so she'll be okay. And she lost about 50 pounds, believe it or not.
Yeah.
From her freshman year to now.
Look.
Yeah. She got some more to go.
Yeah, she got a little way.
Got some more to go.
Because anybody that's scores 30 points in a collegiate D1 game, and you got to give them credit.
Yeah.
Now, who's gonna be UConn? Who's gonna be UConn women? They 29-0. Tell me, who's gonna be them?
I mean, I would say this. UConn has had a weak schedule this year. Their schedule has been weak this year. And I mean, right now, I mean, if they keep playing the way they playing, it's really hard to beat them. I mean, because you really only have UCLA that can, kind of play with them, but every other team beyond that is streaky. They off and on. Yeah. South Carolina, you never know if they're going to give you a good game or they just going to come out just flat. And then Texas, you never know what you're going to get. It's a flip of a coin because they can play good 1 minute and then the next 2 games they just lollygagging. So I think UConn has been consistent, but to me, UCLA is probably the closest one. That's if UCLA keep playing the way they playing.
Laquan, before you came, we talked about the NBA All-Star format. Do you think that's going to be a good thing and a success?
I mean, I don't like the NBA All-Star format since they changed everything. I'm old school. I like the old school way. Hey, let's get out of it and let's play a real game. Give the fans something they want to see because they want to see all the stars on the floor play hard and just go at it. And they don't do that no more. So I'm not even a fan. I don't even watch the All-Star game no more.
Hell, they don't even do that in the real NBA game. They take, they take nights off.
Hey, guys, let me give you a little nugget back. Since Juju not around, you guys really need to watch Olivia Miles at TCU. She is very exciting to watch for us.
Oh, yeah.
They rank
Olivia gets it done.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about
her.
How tall is she? What position she play?
Who, Olivia?
Yeah.
She's a guard. Her and the little girl from Notre Dame, both are the kind of guards you want on your team.
Little Spanish girl. Hidalgo.
You know who
exactly.
You know who surprised me this year? Vanderbilt. I didn't think Vanderbilt would be that strong this year.
Yeah. They have a guard that's a killer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they 25-3.
Yeah, guys. March Madness is about to come.
Too, so what did that tell you? I bet a couple of them 3 losses was in conference. So.
Yes. Yep.
March Madness is about to come. We are right around the corner of March Madness, so we'll see how everything turns out.
We got an update on the JY Silby game. Silby is beating JY right now. Silby's up 31-30 on JY, according to James Ike. So it's a good game. It's a good game right now.
Wow.
All right. We might get a final rundown on that before we leave. We'll check on that.
Real quick call before we move away from basketball. I got to congratulate TSU. At one point, TSU, I'm like, man, I wouldn't even cover them because I would cover the third ward institutions on the third ward sports. And I'm like, man, I ain't covering TSU. They were like 1-9 at one point. But now TSU.
You see the schedule they play, though?
Huh?
You see the schedule they play?
Yeah. I'm like 1-9. I'm not covering them.
But that's pretty typical for them, though.
Yeah, but right now in conference, TSU is sitting at 9-7. So I got to give them credit. PV sitting at 7-9, but I got to give TSU credit. Hey, you got my respect. But right now, Bethune-Cookman is leading the SWAC at sitting at 13-3. They run away.
You know who their coach is, right?
Now, who's their coach?
Reggie Theus.
Wow.
Oh, really? For Bethune-Cookman? Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
UNLV. Hey,
okay.
You covered third ward institutions, you said?
Say it again. I'm sorry. What did he say? I was talking about you.
I was just asking because I think you were talking about.
What did he say? What did he say? Oh, I get it later. I don't know what he said.
Cream burger. I think you said something about cream burger or something.
All right. Don't let me.
Guys, I just want to go to an aside on football. Of course, Seattle, as we most of us said, won the Super Bowl. And the prospects for next year, They talking about Shanir Sanders getting a good chance with a new coach. We did not get any new black coaches. But Jeff, what you think about the Texans' chances for next year?
It's going to come down to their offseason. They have free agency, and you have the guys like Kenneth Walker, who won a Super Bowl with Seattle. He's a free agent, the running back who had over 1,300 yards this year. You have Mike Evans, the wide receiver out of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who's out of Galveston Ball and also played at Texas A&M. There's an option there. I also hear that they're interested in Cade Mays, who's an offensive lineman for Carolina Panthers this last year. They're after him. So what they plan on doing is addressing the offensive line needs through the draft as well as through free agency. So they're gonna pick up one guy in free agency who they feel like can come in and start, and then they're gonna probably use that first round pick as well on an offensive lineman. So you add 2 offensive linemen there, and then in the second round, I want to go get me a running back. I want a guy who can hit that hole and take it to the house. We don't have anyone like that can hit that hole and take it to the house. A Tony Dorsett type of guy. Somebody who can hit the hole and take it to the house. Yes. We got guys that get drugged down from behind.
I want a Derrick Henry type of guy.
Yeah, okay. Well, guys like that are going to the top 10. So we picking 20. You got to understand, we have the Washington Redskins second round pick and that fourth round pick. And that second round pick is a high pick in that second round. So that's going to be a very vital pick. They really need to get them a running back.
But you know what? You can add all that to a team, but if your leader ain't one that has the gut, the nut cracking, and everything, that team will not go as far as they supposed to go.
Laquan, I must interject. What do you mean by nut cracking?
It's because the QB, he's soft. He's soft, and he's supposed to be a leader. You can grab everybody that you want. If he doesn't show that he can come in and be the nutcracker and break everything down, that team will not go to that next level. They're going to follow their leader. So whatever he displays is what they gonna bring.
Well, he got a new haircut for the new season. He shaved.
and they fired the quarterback coach, Jared Johnson.
Oh, wow.
I do agree that he got to be tougher.
Yeah.
He has to be a tougher player. And what he showed in those 2 playoff games was that he still needs maturity.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. And this is going to be a year that he's going to have to show or they may make some changes. So I totally agree with that.
I just want to reference that Jeff made to Tony Dorsett. Thank you for the Dallas Cowboy mention. Number 30, win 99 against the Minnesota Vikings on Monday Night Football.
And what color do the Vikings wear for you?
Huh?
What color do the Vikings wear?
Purple and white, brother.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Guys, we toward the end of our show, but there's a couple of things I want to talk about. Track season is coming up. You know, I'm a big proponent of track. I am going to go to the Texas Southern relays, maybe the PVU relays, but also I'm going to Philadelphia and the Penn relays. So I want to interject. Track and field is prominent. The United States may not win everything. The other countries are coming back in track and field, and we'll see how things are going to go. We'll have the World Championships of track and field this year. Also, we just had the Winter Olympics. Gil, you want to talk about curling?
Yeah, I brought it up before. Don't laugh. I brought it up before. And the only thing that I'm interested in the Winter Olympics is curling. They have a reference that I can relate to, and that's a broom. My mama made me sweep every Sunday. I don't know anything else about the Winter Olympics, brother, but thank you for trying. I don't know. Curling. I love curling.
Well, I will say we do have a little bit more representation of Black people in Winter Olympics.
Oh, that's true.
We are not totally absent in the cold temperatures. We having a few more people. Erica Jackson, a couple of more people are representing, and other Black countries having a few more of their athletes in there. So a representation is growing. Laquan, you have any
hockey
comment
player that
on
won the,
Winter
won the
Olympics?
gold medal. The black hockey player, the lady, young lady. She was the first African American to win the hockey.
Layla Edwards.
Say thank you.
Layla Edwards.
Yes.
Thank you. She won the gold medal for the U.S.
Right.
Yeah.
First black American.
Probably the only one ever that will ever win one. I'm serious.
ever.
I heard this report. Can anybody verify this? That hockey started with black athletes that went
Nova
to Canada.
Scotia.
It's true.
In Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Can you all expound on that a little bit?
I can if you allow me. These were people that went on the Underground Railroad and went into Canada and Nova Scotia, and they founded the game of hockey in Nova Scotia. That's a very true statement, and a lot of people don't know that. But thank you for bringing that up. I do know that story for sure, and they have pictures. And here's the killing part about it: it's all documented.
It is.
We won't read it, but it's a true story.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, man.
Yeah. But
well,
I
hope that gets out a whole lot more,
even though
along with
black,
the other history that we have. Go ahead, Laquan.
I would say, even though she's not black, I give kudos to Lindsey Vonn, because she was had that torn ACL and was still trying to go at it for the Winter Olympics.
There was only one way that was going to end. You know that. I've had knee surgeries. I know you have. Because we played ball, I know that was not going to end well.
Yeah.
And just to point out what Gil was saying, that was in 1895 when that happened.
Yes, sir.
They started that league.
Very true.
Yeah,
I would like to come about on that, and I hope one day that it does a documentary or some kind of light to be shed on that.
Yeah,
that's an important story.
That's for sure. You can see that.
Yes, sir. What's going on in the world of boxing, Phil?
Oh man, lots of good stuff. The lighterweights, Stevenson beat Telefimo. Took his title, just dominated him. And of course, you got some. I know I'm not paying to see Pacquiao and Mayweather. They ain't watching that. They're 20 years late. And there's a lot of other things going on. And boxing is always a gamble in itself, But the lighterweights are what's doing right now. My man Tank been quiet. I think they got a few court cases against him that's keeping him kind of solid. And of course, Terrence Crawford just said, "Hey, I'm tired of giving my money," because every time you win a title, you got to pay into those belts, 100,000 here, 100,000 there. And Devin Haney and all the other guys are challenging other guys by saying, if you don't want to pay your fee, I'll pay it for you to fight me. So it's getting to be kind of comical and weird, but it's a lot of good young fighters out there.
There is a Houston element to what you just mentioned about Shedeur Stevenson. You know who represents him?
Who is that?
Rap-A-Lot.
Oh, okay. Well, see, there you go. And see there's the element right there.
Yeah.
In boxing, you got some money, you can get in.
Yes, sir.
Speaking about the government, our president said he's convening a council to address college athletics, and it's supposed to be Charlie Ward is going to be one of those people at the table. So what do you think making happen that they come up with to help to make college sports, I guess, more fair and more equitable? Laquan, you got a statement on that?
I mean, at this point with college sports, that NIL stuff has killed college sports. Is college sports is basically dead. Nobody's playing for pride and the culture of your school. I just, with the NIL, because them kids are not staying. Them kids are just jumping like a few games and they'll jump in a portal, or 1 year jump in a portal. So it's just like, to me, it's just like in college football, it's dead. It's dead to me. It's just dead to me.
May I interject real quick to follow up on that point? Listen, man, when I played, and I know everybody on the panel will probably agree with me, I wore purple and white in high school. I wore purple and gold in college. I wouldn't wear another uniform ever. Period. There's no way.
Yeah.
That kids jump from what? There's no loyalty to Mr. Quan's point, I cheer for one school. Wheatley, I cheer for one college school. Prairie View A&M University. That's it. These kids jump around. They don't know who they. Man, it's horrible. Please, somebody else follow up. Please.
But in fairness to them, Gil, if they think that there is a better situation for them, then they have every right to explore that. Just like these coaches leave from one school to go to the other. They look out there for their best interest. These kids got to look out for their best interests.
Yeah, Jeff, I don't disagree with you, Jeff. I agree with you 100%. Except if you rode the bench at one school and you going to start at the other school? No.
Yep, exactly.
You probably going to ride the bench at it, brother. It wasn't the coach.
Yeah, exactly. And then 9 out of 10 times,
school and went to another school and played.
But how many coaches really just jump to places? Coaches think about their life and they be wanting longevity at these places. The AD might get rid of a coach, but if a coach can stay, a coach won't leave that program because a coach thinking, hey, every year my contract's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, and I got security here. That's what a coach thinks.
Unless your name is Lane Kiffin.
But players, you think about it. If they sitting there, I'm gonna get this NIL deal. Cause this school just told me they'll just give me $10,000 more on my NIL deal. When that NIL deal run out, what type of education you got to make it? Because if you don't make it to the league, what you got to fall back on? Because you're gonna be broke after that.
I went to 5 schools and man, come on, bro. Chill out. You got guys in school right now on the football squad and basketball. They're 27 years old.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
And hold on. And add to that, don't give him a red shirt year to go with it. Because here's the deal. You had the kid from Crosby, whose grandfather works with me, and he went to TCU, area player of the year, PJ Haggerty. He goes to TCU, he red shirts. Leaves TCU, goes to Tulsa, becomes the freshman conference player of the year, led the nation in scoring for freshmen. Leaves there and goes to play for Penny Hardaway, conference player of the year in the ACC, the American Coast Conference. That ain't good enough. Leaves there, gets big money. Right now, he's at Kansas State. They're getting waxed. Got the coach fired, and he still got another year if he wants to. And he averaging 20 every year he goes. Every year.
Man, that's a story right there.
Yeah, but then if he don't make it to the league, what he gonna fall back on? Because
he should have a degree somewhere, Laquan, all that school.
He ain't got no degree because he hopping.
But he
can't have a degree.
I totally agree, but I tell you what, he got paid. We don't know how he do his money, but if you can't buy education, if they give it to you free and you're getting to do something you like doing, he's playing every year, having a good time and showing up. It's not like he just on the team.
Yeah, but if MC Hammer can run out of money, everybody can run out of money.
But that's a whole nother animal. And that's why he shouldn't run out of money. All they gotta do is look and see what he did and don't do it.
That's not the case.
That's why Floyd Mayweather is coming back. I hear he's running out of money. I'm like, how? That's what I'm hearing. His lavish lifestyle, he's running out of money.
Floyd
Mayweather.
Oh, yeah, I believe it. Yeah,
that's why he's coming back. He's running out of money. All that money he's made.
He does clown
He's running
stuff.
out of money.
He does clown stuff. Yeah.
Real quick call. I want to celebrate, since it's the next to the last day of Black History Month. I want to celebrate the following HBCU players, the greatest players that ever played for HBCU schools. We're going to go with Jerry Rice, Mississippi Valley.
Swag.
3-time Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP. I'm going with Athel Gibson, Florida A&M.
Swag.
Going with Earl Monroe out of Winston-Salem. First black person to win the Grand. Athel Gibson was the first black person to win the Grand Slam. 11-time champion. Edwin Moses.
Ooh.
Deacon Jones, South Carolina State. And he also played with Mississippi Valley. You also have Walter Payton, J-State. J-State. You have Steve McNair.
Swag.
You have Ben Wallace, and who played for Virginia Union. I just wanted to give those guys an acknowledgement, man. These are the greatest players that ever played.
Well, Michael Trahan, you got a whole lot more players.
Oh yeah.
That we can add,
These are just the 8 that came on top.
The list would be too long.
Yeah.
Trahan, Doug Williams.
I just wanted to acknowledge some of these people that play for HBCU schools. Since this is Black History
Did
Month.
you say Art Shell?
No, didn't say Archie. We go on. We go.
The show
We go
was
on and on.
Hey,
the show wouldn't end. The show
I'm
was
Everybody
just,
go
I'm
ahead
just
and name
saying.
some.
How you forgot Otis Taylor?
Otis Taylor. Put Otis Taylor on the list. Man, this list go on and on, man.
Kenny
Aeneas
Houston.
Williams. Aeneas Williams.
Oh,
Neil
okay.
Williams from Southern.
Yeah, a cornerback, and play
And you
for
gonna
Arizona.
get Ken Houston from Prairie View?
A&M
I'm about to say
University.
Kenny Houston.
Ken Houston. I got this off of some and these were the guys who were listed. So that's what
We gave you a better list.
I know. I see that now.
Look,
We need a better
Doug
list than
Williams.
they gave us.
Yeah, they said Doug got a Grambling. Doug.
Grambling State.
Yeah.
Tammy White too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
oh yeah. It's so
How will we-
many that you can literally Hall of Fame with. Without the HBCUs, NFL would be totally different.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
no doubt.
It'd be much more whiter.
Yes.
But yeah, it would be. But hey guys, we're toward the end of our show, and we'll have our next show. It'll be in March, 2 weeks from now. So this is our 61st episode. We've been doing this a while. Jeff, this is our 61st episode. So we look forward to getting to 75, then 100, and on and on and on. If there's sports, we want to be in the building in charge and see what's going on and report it back to the people. We thank you, Laquan, for joining us. Come and join us for more. And we look forward to all your perspectives and your insight. We thank you very much, everybody. We appreciate it. Last word, Jeff.
Hey, we really gotta be conscious, man. We got a lot of stuff going on right now. Did you guys hear that Russell Westbrook's wife got this real bad heated email where this guy, a fan, didn't like the fact that Russell Westbrook had a bad game as they lost to the Orlando Magic. He plays for the Sacramento Kings, and this guy sent an email to his wife, a death threat. He made a death wish that her whole family would die because Russell Westbrook had a bad game against Orlando. That's how bad it's getting out here. We got some crazy folks, and with this NIL thing going on, it's a lot of underhanded stuff, a lot of turmoil, a lot of dirt going on right now. So we got to be really, really careful. So I just wanted to make mention of that, and that was really disturbing for me to read that.
Go ahead, Darryl.
On that note, this is not directly sports, but it's also sports related because it's world related. If you didn't vote, to all the people who are watching this show, if you didn't vote early, shame on you, but make it up by getting out there Tuesday.
Man.
Getting out there Tuesday. You should have already been. Carl and I were discussing earlier. It was just a small percentage of people that early vote, but I was in and out in 7 minutes. Do your research before you go so that you know what you're voting on. But if you did not get out there, today was the last day of early voting. If you did not get out there today, please, 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 you see what's happening in the world around us. Get out there Tuesday.
Please. You're right. There was hardly no one there when I went to vote. I walked right in and I went right up and I say, well, long line. Thank you. Long line here. Walked right in. There's hardly no one there. That's
because you had that red shirt on. Everybody got out the way.
No, man, I ain't had this red shirt on. I did not have this red shirt on. You better stop talking about JY. You better watch it. All right.
Can we get an update on the score?
I was looking for an update. He didn't send me an update. The last score I had was Sylvie 31, Jake's 30. There's nothing that's come in since.
And you
that's
guys
the last one.
You guys mentioned crazy, and I'll end it with this on my behalf. This is my last comment on it. Crazy. It starts at the top in the color orange. We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Well, a lot of people will agree with you on that.
I still think that we're in hell because of what happened in the 2020 election. All this goes back to the 2020 election. That guy did not get his opportunity to serve the country back-to-back terms like Barack was. He compares himself to Barack. He's always competing against Barack. So he didn't get that. So he's been angry ever since. So he's really taking it out on. He's like a jilted lover. He is taking it out on everybody.
Let me interject on that. I didn't have a comment until you brought that up. It goes back even further than that. at that presidential ball that they have every year that they roast and toast people, Barack roasted him like in 2011. He was proving that he didn't have the birth certificate information. That's when he started his presidential run that same night, believe it or not. And people heard him say that, and therefore he hates Barack and wants to definitely discredit everything he does, like repeal and replace the Obamacare, which he hasn't done. But at the same time, that was just a lighthearted deal that typically nobody has a hard problem with. He didn't take it too well. And so let's say it said before that he was already pissed. But now after that, he says, I'm gonna run for president. And he got 2 terms. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
He didn't get 2 terms. And he was gonna take it any way he can get. He's gonna try to get a 3rd one after this one.
He didn't win.
I was about to say, Phil, don't let
Yeah.
it go. Don't let it go over your head that he said at the State of the Union, this should have been my 3rd.
Exactly.
Don't let that little comment fly over your head.
Yeah.
That guy is not trying to get out of there.
No.
He is not
He's
trying to
going to
leave.
prison.
And he admitted that he cheated. He admitted that he cheated and won the election. He admitted it.
He's going to prison.
I've never seen a president admit that.
You know who's waiting on him in prison, don't you? Big Cooking them.
Nah, he's not going. He got immunity for life.
Okay.
Well, Gil, who's waiting on him?
Big Pook and them.
Big fool.
Y'all know.
Unless we could get some new Supreme Court judges in there, he got immunity for the rest of his life. So
I agree. It's gonna be hard to get him.
Well, they did vote against him. They did vote against him on the sanctions, though. He was surprised. That shocked him.
Yeah.
Guys,
He's
I think
upset.
it's some bigger challenges out there for America and him. He messed with China too much. It's
my goodness.
we gonna have a burden to bear. He messed with them that they not playing around with him. So we'll see what happens. It's gonna go above him to a wider range, and we'll see what's gonna go down with that. But hey, if it's sports, we gonna talk about that, but we talk about other things too. And we'll see you in 2 weeks, everybody. We thank you and keep joining us. Keep checking us out.
One last thing. I just got an update on the J.Y. Silsby game. J.Y. leads Silsby 59-49, 59-49. I don't know how much time left in the game, but J.Y. up by 10 right now. Okay. So that's
all right. Well, check on our sites, Third World Sports and Certified Side for the final update. We'll give you that. And thank you very much. We'll see you in 2 weeks.